we have an hour. My presentation, as I say, I try not to, I didn't want to load you down too much with visuals, because I know that all day we will be staring at the screen and doing visuals. So I like to just open up the room. If anyone wants to introduce themselves and say where you're from, I know that we can see it on the board, but there is nothing like verbal communication and sharing. So does anyone want to do that before we get started? Hi, Mr. Jean.
I'll do it. Hey, y'all. Mary kind of introduced me. I'm Tim Butler. I'm the Chief Impact Officer here at the Food Bank. Just kind of oversee all the programs which benefits assistance falls under. Mary has some really great information here today just to kind of help fill in the gaps with this program, because it's pretty technical. But then we also have a really good opportunity for y'all towards the end of this, where we have funding for pantries to offer some of this assistance to their clients. So make sure you stick around to hear that.
Thanks, Tim. Tanya, you're muted. There you go.
Good morning. I'm Latanya Sanders, definitely not the morning person. But anyway, I represent 9 different counties in the south part of East Texas. And as Tim stated, and Mary's going to share with us, this part of Deep East Texas is more like the social work part. So we are grateful to have you join us, and I'm excited to learn and gain knowledge today. So that's my objective of being here.
Thank you, Latanya. Awesome. Well, as I shared before, my name is Mary Lloyd. I am the Client Benefits Manager, and I was trying to be catchy, so we came up with It's a Snap, Understanding Benefits Assistance, because it could be intimidating trying to navigate benefits assistance and understand how it works, because there are some preconceived notions and myths that are surrounding SNAP, which is what we call food stamps in Texas. So I just want to kind of share with you more information about benefits assistance, more specifically our Forerunner program, which is the SNAP program, and how you all can partner with us in your communities to help feed more families. I always start with the mission of East Texas Food Bank. And about the food bank, I know that you all are partners with us, and you all are familiar with our mission to fight hunger and feed hope in East Texas. And many of you may or may not know that East Texas Food Bank was established in 1988. And it is the largest relief nonprofit in East Texas, hunger relief nonprofit in East Texas. We cover 26 counties. And we work to feed our community through the network, you all, of 200 plus partner agencies and feeding programs, and to also strengthen families by providing nutrition education and benefits assistance, was what we do, and lead the community in hunger relief work. So as you can see, that is our mission and more about the East Texas Food Bank in general. Let me make sure I am navigating this myself. I know this is kind of a wonky picture. We all as a team just went to San Antonio for our Feeding Texas conference. For me, it was the first one we had in person. And so all of the food banks in Texas gathered in San Antonio, the benefits assistance teams. And so we were on the Riverwalk. So that's really our first, all 4 of us group team picture. So I want you all to see us. We had, of course, you don't go to San Antonio and not have Tex-Mex, right? So that's all 4 of us together on the Riverwalk before our conference. And so I will go around, because some of you might be familiar with us pre-pandemic when we were coming out to agencies. That's myself on the far left. Next to me is Latanya, who spoke with you all earlier. Our newest member of our team is Maribella Espinoza. And on the far right is Melina Gonzalez. And I am proud to say that we are a bilingual group. We have 2 Spanish speakers, which we have found to be of great benefit for us. And they are fluent, and they are a mighty great help when we're out working with clients. And so I posted this information about our team just to give you a brief orientation of who we are and our numbers, but this information is also found on our website and available at will to any of you should you need it. Now, of course, you saw this in the introductory slideshow with Dennis. I'm sorry, you all. You all probably can't tell, but I am getting over strep throat. I am trying to navigate through it. And so I might have a pause in some of my speech. Who do we serve? We serve 26 counties in East Texas. And as you can see here, you can see all the counties. What I find unique is that with you all being a part of the East Texas Food Bank family, I don't know if you realize, like, for instance, it takes, I think there's a 2-hour drive between Tyler and, like, for Texarkana. And I know, like, in my experience being out, a lot of people associate, like, the Texarkana area or Bowie County with, like, Arklatex. That when you think East Texas Food Bank in Tyler, a lot of times you don't think Texarkana, but we serve all the way up to the state line. So that this diagram shows you all of the 26 counties that we serve. And so we go far and wide. We are all over East Texas, whether it's Northeast Texas or where Latonya is, where we call it the Deep East Texas region. We have served in the last year over 117,000 households, and we cover over 20,000 miles. So again, you can see here all of where we cover, and I know that each of you are in important areas of our larger East Texas community. And I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for the communities that you are serving. But I want to give you a general idea of how far and wide we reach. For the benefits assistance team specifically, I want to share with you the definition of what we do as a team. The Benefits Assistance Program helps eligible East Texans complete applications for state social service benefits to acquire the food and other wraparound services they need in times of economic hardship or emergency. Programs we offer assistance with include SNAP, which is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or food stamps, Medicaid, TANF, which is temporary aid for needy families, CHIP, Children's Health Insurance Program, Healthy Texas Women, and Medicare Savings Program. In addition to this, the Benefits Assistance Program provides referral services for other social service agencies such as WIC, Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infant, and Children, and Housing, Shelter, and Utility Assistance Programs. So not only do we provide assistance with programs that you see here, like SNAP, which helps families to buy food, Medicaid, which is health coverage for low-income families, CHIP for Children's Health Insurance, Medicare Savings, which helps seniors save per month, TANF and Healthy Texas Women. We also offer referral services for things like utility assistance. We connect with other community agencies and partners, such as you all might offer things in your communities. We partner with you so that when persons or clients come and ask us about these things, we have a solution for them. We can refer them to you all or whoever we know to help them with their specific need that they are experiencing. One of the things that we did earlier this year was Feeding Texas allow money funds through TANF, and we were able to partner with a couple of agencies in our East Texas network to provide assistance with persons that met the requirements for their particular grant through TANF. And so that's one of the things that we've done. We help with partnering persons for utility assistance. I know in different communities, it comes from different places. And so we try to make sure we are a resource for knowing which community offers what services and being able to connect clients with those services. I'm sorry, I went too fast on that. And at any time while I'm talking, I know that it might be just going fast and furious now, but if you have any questions, you can raise your hand and you can stop me and ask questions as we are here, because I want this to be a dialogue and not more so of a lecture. I don't just want to share the information and not you all grasp it. So if you have any specific questions while you're thinking about it, I am okay with you asking. In simple terms, how do we help? We help with application assistance. Our forerunner program, as I talked to you about earlier, is SNAP, which is what we call food stamps in Texas. There are several ways that you can apply. We have more recently been wanting more clients to use what we call the yourtexasbenefits.com avenue, which is a website, and it is also an app that you can put on your phone. And why we like that is it gives them information right there at their fingertips. It's so easy to use. I am trying to pull it up on my phone so that you can see what it looks like on the phone, but it's the same app. You pull it up and information is right here at your fingertips, if you could see without my light. So they are able to go on, download this on their phone and actually put in the information. And what I like is that when it's time to renew, or if they need information that they need to send, it's as easy as taking a picture from their phone, excuse me, and uploading it. And so it's very accessible that way. But we also know that clients aren't necessarily always ready to use technology. So we do still offer application through paper. What we find is that helping persons apply for SNAP or offering assistance triples the enrollment among applicants, and the approval rate is usually a lot higher. We find somewhere between 76.4 to 89% higher when they have application assistance. Now, what that looks like is like a typical route for application assistance. So there are several ways. One is we have a website where they come in and they inquire and we reach out to them. Another way is that we will set up in places such as your establishments and offer assistance if needed in that form. But the most powerful way that we're finding is to share and equip you all with the knowledge of being able to do this where you are in your communities. Because number one, what we find is offering it in your communities, the persons that are coming in needing assistance, they're already familiar with you all. They're familiar with you and they're comfortable with you. And so, especially in East Texas, like I talked about earlier, how Tyler and Texarkana kind of seem so far apart, we find that in these communities, that people are more comfortable with what they know. If somebody coming in as an outsider, it can kind of feel that there's a distance between the person and the services that are being offered. So when you all offer this as a service in your communities with them knowing you, you're more apt to just kind of complete the circle with what you're helping them with. And so that's where this comes in, our SNAP Community Assistance Program. We offer stipends for you all to be able to offer these services. A lot of the partners that we have right now have opted to do a little bit of both. They do online, and the majority of them do paper still, because that's what they are used to, and they find that they can do that at a more rapid pace for the things that they need to get done with the clients. And so for you all, you would offer this service and you would offer allowing your agency to complete applications. And we have several different levels. So this is not oh, if I do 25 apps, I'm just picking the gold level. I have to stay at 25 apps and I'm going to have to do that every month. It is fluid. Let's say that this month you were able to offer 25 apps, but next month you only did 15. So it would, the levels would adjust based off of that. Now we know that we want you to reach a goal level because we want you to get to optimize what you can get, but we just want you all to know that this is a benefit that to help you all or encourage you all to want to offer assistance. And so we have several different levels. It goes from platinum all the way to bronze level. I have several new partners that are at the bronze level, and it's just exciting to be able to offer this to agencies, because it's encouragement for you all to continue your services, your wraparound services, and to offer SNAP benefits. Because what happens is when a person comes in and they might receive food for their particular event, when they get SNAP, they are able to go and purchase the foods that they can't get just at that one event or at that one particular produce drop or senior box or event that you all might have. And so this offers them the ability to continuously get the foods that they need. And it also builds a greater relationship with you and them as it builds a level of trust. And we have a lot of people that come back for renewals. We see as the relationship is built. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and I'm starting to get more renewals coming in. They'll call and say it's time for Tim, I see your hand. Sorry about that. I just looked at that.
No problem. I didn't want to interrupt you. You're on a roll. So I wanted to just tell you guys a few things about this program, just real quick. Is we have the opportunity, one, to provide this funding to you in shared maintenance credit so you can use it for food in your food bank account, but we also have the ability to just send you a check. So if you have a volunteer, like we know that volunteers are hard to find, especially skilled volunteers or something like this could potentially pay them to offer this service, or you guys can use it to work on your facility or to buy pieces of equipment, which is extremely rare. As you guys know, with funding at the food bank, usually it's restricted to food, but this in particular, we can just send your pantry a check and you guys can utilize it for whatever is best for you. And something that you'll see the minimum of the 70 hours a month, that's a preference. We can work with you on that if that's a problem. If you feel like, hey, I could do 40 applications easy, but we're only open 40 hours a month, we'll talk about it and we can figure out a way to do that. So one other thing just about the impact of SNAP, and I know, Mary, I cut you off. I'm sure all of this is going to be in yours, but a SNAP application is 971 meals. So if you're looking at least current shortage of meat at the food bank, or if we're not necessarily getting as much produce as we want, if they have SNAP, they could go to the store and get that meat to supplement what you guys or what we don't necessarily have at the time, or go get more produce. We have a nutrition education team that can partner with partners and talk to the people on SNAP and show them how to use that money wisely at the grocery store to best meet their needs. So anyway, that's all I had. I'm sure we'll have time for questions at the end that we could talk about, but I just wanted to mention that, Mary.
Thanks, Tim. Let me make sure I don't have any other hand raised, because I was on a roll and wasn't. Okay. So like Tim said, this is a program that is flexible in that we are here to meet your needs. It's not a cookie cutter approach, all in one. We want to partner with you all to help best meet your needs in the area of providing this service. It comes, if you all decide that you are more interested in this program, we do a complete training. Latanya and I did training in Lucken, and it was half a day and we ran out of time. So, and it is continuous. It's not something that we just throw on you and, oh, you just you'll figure it out. We filter questions. I know I filter questions every day from different partner agencies. We assist, and then also not only with this program, we are able to do outreach. We are able to not necessarily just throw you out there to yourselves. We're able to offer services where we can come in and kind of like train the trainer, show you hands-on how this works. So basically, whatever needs you need met, that's what we want to do. We want to help you best meet the needs of your community, meet where you are, so that you can best serve where you live. And so that's our greatest I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. That's our greatest goal, is to help you so that we can help East Texans fight hunger at large. I know that I tried to not put too many statistical numbers in there. Tim, if you want to add something, you can. I didn't want to overwhelm you all with numbers because I can't get too choppy with numbers, and I didn't want to do that. If you go to the chat, we have a link dropped in there. Thank you, John, for dropping that. Your Texas Benefits and East Texas Food Banks. You are awesome.
No problem.
I like literally, I wasn't looking at the chat or anything else because I was like, I get sidetracked. So if you all go to the chat, you can see or John has dropped the easttexasfoodbank.org, our website. And that just, if you go under benefits assistance, you can find our information, our contact information, but also that's where a lot of our clients go and they'll do an inquiry, and we get those daily and we reach out. But also yourtexasbenefits.com, it'll show you the website. Let me see. I am a visual person. This is what that website looks like when they're applying. And as you can see, it has all the services that are offered. And it's really easy to navigate. There's this YouTube video that gives you more information about your Texas benefits. We usually go under the apply or manage. So we do this, we go through this avenue to actually help persons that are coming in, but any updated information comes through here. So it's very easy. And like I said, on your phone, you can also download the app, and that really helps a lot of persons that are coming in. I like Latanya, when you are helping persons that come in for assistance, what typically, what does that look like?
Okay, typically, good morning to everyone again. We'll come in. The main thing is making sure right now, currently with the new administration, with the Texas Department of Health and Human Service, that they come in with an ID, picture ID of any form, and any proof of income, any bills. That's going to help expedite and complete the application for those that are eligible. Now, what has drastically changed is I now see a lot more males, and that used to be highly unusual. You would see more women represented of the family, single men, as well as the economic status has changed. So you may see anybody from $0, even people now that are standing in our lines used to run restaurants themselves, so now they find themselves in the line, used to be owners. So it's a wide range of what the people look like that are being served now, totally. And so I try my best to let them know that we are helpers one to another. If they don't come through the doors, I don't have a job. And that kind of makes it level, and everybody kind of relaxes. And that's what Tim and Mary have been really emphasizing this morning is building that relationship. So once I build the relationship and trust, then they open up, we do the application process, which really looks like an assessment form, because as I'm going through that application, then I can begin to see other areas in which they need to be referred to for further assistance. And then by the time they leave the office, even in like 1 hour time frame, they feel like they're part of the East Texas Food Bank family. So, and I don't present myself so much as they can't fill out the application. It's more like an advocate. And they relax in that they have a voice that comes along with their voice that now understands, not from the heart of sympathy, but from empathy. So I hope I answered that correctly.
Thank you, LaTanya. And Tim, I know I got to talking so fast. I asked you a question and kept going, didn't I? Y'all have to stop me.
Yeah, I think you covered everything. But again, in the chat, John with Tech 12 posted a link where you could just click on it. If you're interested at all in this, that'll go directly to Mary. Obviously, you're not committing to anything at that point. And then he put a PDF file in there so you can see kind of the partner levels. So how much you'd get paid for a certain amount of applications. Mary, I do think one other thing, you mentioned it when you covered the programs, but there's a lot of value in this application that's not necessarily related to food. So we serve a lot of seniors just naturally, they're on a fixed income. If we sign them up for SNAP, there's also a part of the application that will give them up to, is it $150, Mary, on prescription assistance?
Yes. They see that come back to them in the form of they're not having to spend, it comes back to them in the form of that money saved in their checks, their monthly
deductible.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of seniors, a lot of really people just across our service area have a reliance on prescription medication. And this will, $150 a month is nothing to sneeze at. If they can save that, that's money back in their pocket so they can go get more food or pay their electric bill. So if you combo that with $50 a month for SNAP, that's significant. So this application, and doing it online is really the easiest way to do that. They're probably going to see their return quicker. And again, like Mary said, if they come back a year or 6 months later, it's going to be that much easier to recertify them, just making your job easier as a navigator.
If you're spot on that renewal, it only takes about 15 minutes, you are.
Yeah.
The hardest part is getting over the preconceived notion of it being hard. And that's, LaTanya spoke to that. When we do training, we train you on being what we say process ready. That's something that the state of Texas uses, meaning that we know that they're going to need a form of identification, something that shows their income, all of that. We send that ready to go so that they won't have to come back and the state asks for these things and they send it in then. We get a lot of success, a high number of success having those things prepped and ready to go. And we train and teach on all of that. And it just becomes second nature. You know that this is what they need to be able to go ahead and get the help. Once the application is seen, all the documents are needed, are there already. And that's the hardest part, is that doing that front end help. But once that's done, renewals, like LaTanya says, it takes 15 minutes. But the value that you get from offering the service and helping them in ways that they didn't think possible, it goes further than, a lot of people are used to finding an office and going and getting assistance there. But I don't know if you all noticed, a lot of the offices don't necessarily offer that particular kind of help. You can go in and submit an application now, but that kind of one-on-one experience, that is being seen now through us offering benefits assistance and sharing with you on how to offer that assistance as well. On the screen, I pulled up, not because I go on a tangent, I didn't want to forget, Tim mentioned that there is a there is a Google form that, and this does not hold you to anything. This is just saying, hey, I want more information. It will come straight to me. The link is in the chat. What I did was I clicked on the link so that you could see what it looks like when you click on it. You click on it, you can fill it out, and it comes directly to me, and you can we can speak more in depth, more one-on-one about how the Community Assistance Partner Program can best help your agency. Oh, there's a response already. That was quick. See, Tim, what did you do?
No, it wasn't me, it's Gene.
Oh,
Nice job, Gene.
Tim had that look on his face. So thanks, Gene. And I will definitely, we will be reaching out, and not to put you on blast, Gene. I'm sorry. I told you I'm very interactive, and so sometimes I can be a little much with my interaction. So, but I'm going to open it up now for questions, because I know that I tried to give you all like a brief overview and not to bombard you with too many technical things, because in a space like this where there's a conference all day, only 20% of that is going to be kept. So if you have any questions, raise your hand, and I am going to make sure. I'm probably going to get okay, Jean, you can come off mute.
Okay, I just wanted to know if these PowerPoint slides would be available to us. I've got some other people in the pantry that would like to see this, and I'm like the only guy that could show up this morning.
Yeah. Sorry, Mary. Yeah, Gene, we're gonna put a whole pack together of the whole conference. So even the sessions that you may not have been able to attend, we're probably going to have a recording for you too.
Perfect. Thank you.
And Jean, which pantry are you with?
Diboll Christian Outreach.
Oh, okay. Okay. And if you if this is something that you all are seriously interested in, I am more than willing to travel to, if you have a group. Latanya and I did a training down in Nacogdoches. We are more than willing to speak to everybody, because I know sometimes you can read things and go through the PowerPoint and still have questions, but there's nothing like that one-on-one, and that building that relationship. And so it'll give me an opportunity to travel. Yay.
Hey, and we could come up and see you. You guys got better places to eat.
See, that's why I'm trying to travel. I'm in Pittsburgh, Texas. We have a McDonald's and a Sonic.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Jean.
Jean, you're right here in Diboll, Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll make arrangements to come see you, or we as a team, but I'm going to come see you.
Okay.
She's in love.
Right.
Awesome. Okay. Do we have any more questions? No question is too large or small. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but we're going to go with that. So don't feel like your question doesn't matter. You can ask anything. And we have Tim on here. It can be anything food bank related. We're gonna use our resources.
It's true. If you guys do have any questions, we have time. If not, I see our grant writer in this session, so I assume hers ended early. But in room 2, they're still doing subject matter expert on volunteer recruitment, and in room 3, we're doing communicate your good with the East Texas Food Bank communications team. Or you can stick around and just ask whatever you want. We can talk about our favorite foods.
Today is what, Mexican Heritage Appreciation Day.
Cool.
And so in Pittsburgh, all the little towns in East Texas have little festivals. Ours is, well, they changed it back to Pioneer Days. It used to be called Chick Fest. Anybody want to guess why it was called Chick Fest?
That's sad. How many chickens they kill up there with pilgrims?
Right. So it started yesterday, and so everybody is going to the festival, and I'm just trying to figure out how many different taco stands I can test. But I have to realize it has to be strategic. You can't just go get like a whole taco. You gotta taste it and share it. That way you can try more.
Love it.
So, but that was just a fun random fact. Food. We're talking about food, right?
Sure.
But again, as Tim said, there might be the other rooms are still open if you want to catch a few of those. But if we will share the presentation, and if you just want to see me or Latanya in person, or we have a couple of other team members, Melina and Abella. They are busy doing applications. We are more than willing to come out and share with your larger communities.
I do have one thing, Mary, that I'd like to say just in general about the conference. So as you guys know, towards the end of the conference, we do grant drawings. So in order for you guys to be eligible for that, they keep putting a link in the main chat where you go to a form and you have to put your name and your pantry name. They're going to do random drawings to participate in the game based on that. So you're only going to get in if you click that link and fill out that information. So if you go to the chat and just kind of scroll up, you'll be able to see that link for grants. So just make sure you guys fill that out.
Tim, if you'd like, I could track that down right now and drop it in the chat. That way it's right there for everybody to grab.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
So yeah, if you just click on your chat button at the bottom of your screen, John's gonna plug it in there and you guys can click on that and do that since you have a little bit of extra time right now.
So do they only do that once or it?
Yeah, so what Tech 12 is gonna do is just make sure there's no duplicates in there. So every pantry will do it once, or participant, excuse me, not pantry.
Yes, you all have some time, so I would definitely do that.
Don't forget, make sure you get some money. Gene, you have a question?
Yeah, well, a little off topic, I just wanted to make a point. You said earlier that you had now 2 bilingual people. That's been a need for us for a long, long time. And just 2 weeks ago, we picked up 2 people that are bilingual, and it just made things so much smoother. And I would just like to offer, I've never seen a class on that or really identifying that is so much of a need, but it's like night and day getting our people into the system and plugging them in and getting them through, just finding out what kind of bread they want. You know, I've learned Blanco and, you know, I'm learning, but it's been a challenge, and having people to do that is just night and day.
Yeah, Gene, that's really an important part. You know, some just like, I don't necessarily think about the cultural difference of food. And, you know, if it's the Hispanic community may not enjoy spaghetti noodles as much as others, or may enjoy a different type of food, like that's really important. Give them the dignity to choose and things they're comfortable eating and cooking. And having a volunteer that can have that discussion with them. I mean, I could say 15 different things in Spanish, but none of them are what kind of food is best for you, you know?
Right.
That's great.
That's an excellent point that Jane brought, especially in Diboll. Diboll has a large representation of Hispanic as a culture. So that's, thank you, Jane. That is, I mean, it's almost like 50-50.
Yep.
Yes.
You were mentioning if you could use some of this grant money or some of this money for helping people get benefits to hire somebody. If you don't have an interpreter, that would be money well spent if you can't get a volunteer.
Yeah, and they'd probably assist with the SNAP application thing too. You're opening up to another population by having a bilingual volunteer.
Yes.
So they're posting the upcoming sessions in the chat, but I can just go through a little bit more detail about what they are. So room 1 is food insecurity and chronic disease. That's going to be led by our nutrition education manager, Kinsey Thompson. So she's actually going to, it's really interesting. again, what people struggle with chronic disease related to hunger, but then also some ways to partner that might include some funding as well. Next, Adam and Irene with agency services will be doing subject matter expert on delivery services. If you guys are interested in offering home delivery to your clients, we have a couple panelists from partners across the service area that are going to be covering that. And then I'm going to be in room 2, with pantry board best practices. We're going to have 5 different pantries talk about their board members, how they recruited them, what kind of value they bring to their service. That delivery service one I mentioned is going to be room 3. Next is agency services, answers submitted questions. Charles, are you telling me I'm not doing the board one now?
No, I'm going to be the one doing subject matter experts delivery.
Okay. So Adam and Irene are going to be doing just general agency services questions. So if you guys happen to have a question about something, I'm sure it'll be addressed there, or you'll have time to do Q&A. So it could be about food, could be about delivery, could be about the upcoming year, whatever the case may be. So that's what's coming.
Thank you all so much for joining us.
Yep. John, should we close the room since we're done now if nobody else had any other questions, or should we leave it open?
That's entirely up to you guys. I did drop those links directly into the chat so you'd have access to them. Don't want anybody to miss out on that grant application, but entirely up to you. If you all want to navigate back to the main session, you're more than welcome to, but I'm happy to keep it open until such time as the next session gets underway.
Yeah, let's just keep it open then in case you guys have any other questions or just want to access those links in the chat. I'm probably going to poke my head into another one of the sessions. So good to talk to you guys, and please fill out that application if you're interested.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
I think they have music in the main room.
Mm-hmm.
But since we have a little bit of time, you all don't forget to fill out the link for the grant application. That is a great resource. And also, while we have a little bit of time, if you are interested in our community assistance partner program, you can also fill out the response form. I see that I got another response. Thank you all.
Jean, do you have literature in regards to the SNAP program in Spanish?
Do we have it in Spanish? The Feeding Texas offers information in Spanish, so I can actually grab that and share it. They do have flyers that are in Spanish, but I just use our go-to. Someone called me the other day and she didn't speak English at all. I said hello and she said no speaker English. I said, and I'm still trying to speak to her in English, trying to tell her that I was going to have Melina or Bella call her. So that was an interesting, but Melina did get in touch with her. But I was like, why are you still trying to speak in English and clearly? She was a referral from someone else. And she told me, she's like, can you help her? And I was like, yes, I'm excited. And then at the end, she says, oh, but she doesn't speak English. I was like, okay, that's no problem. So when she called, so I know that can be a big barrier because no matter how much we don't know, we're not bilingual and we don't know, you still trying to help them, but you're talking in English. It's like, this isn't really going anywhere. So, but it's just a great help. And even if you all have need assistance, if someone has questions about SNAP or application assistance, you all contact us because we have 2 ladies that, they're just wonderful in helping us because that population is growing, and that's probably the majority of our application assistance, I would say, at this time. So we do definitely have a need.
I thought I saw Sharon raise her hand.
What I was looking. Okay, Sharon, can you come off mute? I'm sorry, I was trying to go down there's a little scroll.
Can you hear me now, Mary?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm here with my social work intern from SFA. And I know you trained me. I went to one training on SNAP. I need another training and she needs a beginning training. So are you going to, I had an email from you where you were going to have a refresher course or an updated course. Do you know when that's going to be? Should I email you?
Email me and we'll get that set up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. And you get your interns, do they switch out every semester?
They do. So you
Okay.
you met my other one in the spring. I would like to keep this one for a long time, but she's not paid.
So we would definitely get that set up sooner rather than later.
Yeah, because we have somebody right now that we really need to help. So, okay, thank you.
Send me an email today if you can.
will.
That way
Okay.
I can go ahead and get it put on the schedule. I'll work and I'll come down that way and we can get that taken care of.
Okay, thank you.
I'd be able to do another group one, like, because Diboll is not that far. May be able to do a group presentation like we did before with several of you all.
And you know, we had ours at Sacred Heart and we have our new resource center here and it's really nice and we have Wi-Fi. And so it might be that we could have it here.
Oh, okay, that sounds
That's where
good.
we are right now. We're at our new resource center.
Okay.
Well, sign me up for that too.
See,
That
I'm
would be
telling
awesome.
everybody that we're gonna make that happen. So everybody has to hold me accountable, right? So yeah, we
Yes.
definitely. I enjoyed that. I love being with people. So
Learned a whole lot, but I need more knowledge. Thank you.
no, I'm learning every day. So
And I'm so glad Sharon said that. I told Sharon, I told the group when I first came on that my objective today was to learn more. And each time I said in any setting, been doing this for you learn more.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Latanya, I hope to come to Lufkin pretty soon with my new intern and introduce her to you too.
Okay, and I'm trying to get myself up there too. So
Okay.
between this training, I'm gonna see you soon.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, I'm gonna hop on the other group, but thanks for having us.
thank you. Thank y'all so much.